Hello there, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sherifat and I'm based in Nova Scotia, Canada. On my YouTube channel, I just share my experience of our life here in Canada. Also, I did a bit of immigration because I'm a regulated Canadian consultant and RCIC. I help you with your vision to come to Canada, visa applications for study, for visits, permanent residence, work permit, and all those services. We are here at Green Tulips to help you with all of those needs. So please hook up with us at Green Tulips, okay? So in this video today, if it's your first time on here, you're most welcome to my channel. I hope you like it on here. If it's not your first time on my channel, thank you for coming back to watch another of my video. I really do appreciate it. In this video today, I'm going to an event, a conversation with Michelle Obama, the former First Lady of the US. So, Barack Obama's wife. It's in celebration of the 75th anniversary of Nova Scotia Cooperative Council. And I'm going to that event now. So come with me and I'll see what I can get to show you from the event. Okay? Come. So before I take you to the event, let me show you my makeup session. I went to do a light makeup. My darling Mistura helped me with my makeup. Took some pictures for me and videos. Meanwhile, before I went for this event, I'd gone to an event in the morning, Tag Leader Summit. So this day was a very busy day for me, honestly. Anyways, this particular one was in the evening. So after my morning events and a bit of work, that I came for this event. It was a beautiful day.
Honored guest, Michelle Obama.
Presidency. There's no handbook. We were the first African-American family to be in the White House, so that made it. We were the first family in a long time to be raising small children in the White House. I think the last family that had small kids was, I think it was Chelsea Clinton, who was a little older than the girls were, and we will do it wholeheartedly. And what I will tell the young people is that that one decision of mine that pushed me to overcome something that I was deeply afraid of opened up a world of possibility. It changed our lives in some really interesting ways, but it opened up so many opportunities. And what I want young people to know is that when you learn how to was making sure that my kids were settled, because you don't get much time to transition. The election happens on November 3rd, and the president is sworn in the end of January. That means in the span of 3 months, we had to reorganize our lives completely with obesity in the United States. And some of the pushback I got was that there were people in the United States, number one, who didn't think that childhood obesity was an issue, probably because they weren't focused on it. There were people in the food industry that didn't want any changes to be made because they were making billions of dollars selling processed food to our kids. That people adopted, that they didn't want to do things like improve nutrition standards or change or upgrade the standards of school lunches Because I don't know how many of you understand that business is tied to what we eat. People make money off of processed foods, off of fast food. And so if they see that the First Lady of the United States is going to start targeting it, and is going to try to start changing the culture around how people eat, and people to know, if you take anything from me, Michelle Obama, sitting here on this stage as the former First Lady, is that any of you can be where I am. You know, part of the reason when I tell my story, I don't just talk about the 8 years in the White House. It's important for kids to see all of my story. I want them to know that I grew up as a working class kid on the south side of Chicago. My parents didn't go to college. They were smart and wonderful people, but we didn't have money. We didn't have access to networks and contacts, but we did have a lot of love, and we understood the power of education and the importance of hard work. Start practicing now who you want to be. And by that I mean, you know, you just don't wake up one day a hard worker who is honest and believes in pushing themselves, who has good values. You got to start practicing that stuff now. You got to be a good person, somebody who goes to school and goes to school on time, which is something I want you all to know that I always did. I always wanted to be excellent. I always wanted to be better than. I always wanted to beat somebody else's low expectations of me, because let me tell you, a lot of people didn't expect a lot from me. My college counselor suggested that I not apply to Princeton University because she didn't think I was Princeton material. There were a lot of things that could have stopped me. But I grew up with the attitude, and I learned from my parents, that nobody can make you feel bad if you feel good about yourself. And so, by how other people see you, and start thinking about who you want to be. That's a bit of advice
I think that's incredible advice that will resonate with so many people here, especially our diversity group and our women impact group and folks from the Black community who are here and so thrilled.
Well, hopefully it inspires everybody. Because the message is not just to the diverse crowd, it's to the folks who were the doubters. The people out there who don't understand that with fear in your heart for people that affects how you treat folks because of the color of their skin or their nationality, that is part of the problem. It's not just enough to tell kids to strive for more. We have to build a world. We have to become better adults. You know, we have to be people who understand that we are more powerful as a world with inclusion. And that has to start with people who are in power, and that's not us right now. So the message is twofold. We have to do better, all of us. We have to do better for these kids. We have to be more invested in who they're going to be, and we have to put our petty issues, our racism, our misogyny, our greed aside so that we can invest in this amazing generation, kids of all races and backgrounds who look to us for who and how they should be. So the message is for everybody in the room.
I think the message is resonating. One of the things that I think the world has loved about you, Michelle, if I can call you Michelle, is your honesty and your...
So that they can get the help that they need. There's a way out. We need to build communities of trust where we can share our stories and share our vulnerabilities so that we're not so alone in all of this. That is the human experience, which can be a lonely thing. So I share so that others, number one, can see all of me, but I hope it gives them permission to share as well.
I think that's one of the things that we loved about you, Mr. First Lady. And I'm sure you would say the same thing about self-doubt.
Oh my gosh, yes. Self-doubt. Well, it was a sad time. It was disappointing on a number of different levels. Because Barack had made so much progress. And to see people in the United States not vote because they didn't feel thrilled about the choices. A lot of that, the closeness of that election was the result of a lot of people not voting, young people staying home, on and on and on. Unbelieved in science and facts and and all of that. And Barack also had prepared everyone for the possibility of a pandemic, because he warned people, including the happening on our end, because we were moving out of the White House, and the kids had lived in the White House longer than they lived in any house. That was their home. They grew up there. They had friends there. Their lives were there. I'm doing that. You're going to school. This isn't your inauguration. Just get up, go to school. You have a test. You're going. We'll be at the inauguration. We'll meet you at the new house. Just don't worry about it. Malia and Sasha and some of their, 7 of their closest friends come to me the night before. We want to sleep over. I was like, a sleepover? Well, it's going to be our last time here. And they have their blankies and their pillows and their tears in their eyes. And we want all that. They're like 9 little girls. I'm like, okay, am I that hardcore? It's like, okay, you can sleep over, but you got to get out of here, because we have to be out. I mean, there's a cutoff date. There's a time. It's like 8 o'clock. It's like you got to be up and out. I get up. The kids are sleeping over. They wake up slow, and then they're ordering breakfast. And they're ordering all the breakfast that because there's a chef. So they're getting the pancakes and the this, and I see all this food being taken into the girls' rooms. It's like 7:30. I was like, you guys have to get out of here. The Trumps are coming. So I've got 7 little girls, and toothbrushes and stuff, and they're crying because they're saying goodbye. It's a sad scene upstairs. Tears. I'm pushing them in the elevator. I'm trying to get dressed to get my hair done. The whole staff is gathered. We're saying goodbye to all these staff members that we've known. There's tears. The whole house is crying. Kids are pushed out the door. I'm running downstairs, and the Trumps come. That's what was going on before I stepped out on that north portico to greet them. Those kids had just gone out the back door when their car pulled in. And I'm just thinking, oh my gosh, I can't. We're just starting this day. I don't know. So it was a hard day for us.
It was a hard day, I'm sure it was. But now I have to ask you a more personal question. Mm-hmm. What was in that Tiffany box that the Trumps gave you?
I can't believe you're asking that.
They came with a Tiffany box.
They came the instructions were don't bring gifts and don't exchange gifts, because that's why I was looking like, okay, we're not supposed to do this here, because, because I've got a box and you've got to say hello and stand for a picture. It was a picture frame. It was a frame. It was a Tiffany silver frame. That you probably that I would want to meet at that thing. Sounds crazy. But remember that fear thing? Get over your fears and you can meet anybody you want, right? There really isn't anyone alive that I haven't met that I would want to meet. So I think I'll stop there.
Anybody who has passed that you would have loved to meet?
Oh, Eleanor Roosevelt. I mean, she was a fascinating first lady. I mean, and in the time that her at one point.
And people forget that.
Oh, I don't care what people remember. Look, I think what's, the question that tends to, interest me is when people say, well, how did you know how to be first lady? And that we do things, we make change, we build power, we understand strategy. It shouldn't be new. It shouldn't be, wow, how did you do this? It's like, because I'm really smart and strategic and I work really hard. So let us not be afraid to say that and claim that. And with that comes a salary. So there are times which I make more money than him. There are times when he can make more money than me. And here's a tip for the married people, or men looking for partners. Look for a partner. Look for a teammate. Look for somebody who can go toe to toe on everything with you because it makes life easier. But the flip side is true. You better be able to change a diaper and do a little cooking, and you better know how to do it all. And I think in my marriage, Barack and I both can do it all, Barack he's changed his fair share of diapers, he's done it all. And it's made it easier for both of us to operate at this level because neither one of us has to take on all the burden, that we can both share in the challenge together.
You're a team.
We are a team.
You are a team. And I think we've seen that. So just a couple of quick follow-ups.
In Canada for the Becoming book tour, we always love coming here because everybody is so nice and polite, and and I know it's not like that all the time, but trust me, I just came from Chicago, and we're a little rough in Chicago. But no, I love Canada. I really do. I love so much about Canada.
Oh, we're so happy to hear that.
From within. Because some people you can never change, and you can't focus your energy on trying to change people who are not trying to grow themselves. So the battle for me is always internal.
Well, I certainly agree with this. My husband John is in the audience tonight, and he always says there's the top 10% and the bottom 10%. And somewhere in the middle is everybody else. So you have to try to balance,
That's
I guess, what it is. So I have to ask you that being in the spotlight obviously is very difficult. And you were in the spotlight a lot. But it also comes with some opportunities and privileges.
Millions and millions of ordinary folks who believed in this man. And our notion was, well, once we get there, we don't shut that door. We open it up.
How do you make a difference?
Well, and we also realized, and as Barack and I, growing up as kids of color, that there are...
You all are more exposed to the world than we ever were. I just don't want you to let these times make you cynical and discouraged. Because as my husband reminds me, it's like if you had the choice to be born in any time in human history, you'd probably pick now. We don't have it all figured out, but we have overcome a lot as a planet, as a humanity. We continue to grow. The growth isn't always straight. There are bumps and bruises along the way, and maybe this time feels like one of those times. We just got out of COVID. There's war once again. The economies feel uncertain. We aren't invested all over the globe. It's a little sketchy. But we need you all, young people, to stay hopeful and to be engaged in your democracies all the time. That's how you make change. You've got to be informed. You've got to read. You don't want to let other people make decisions and choices. And it doesn't have to come from your mom or your dad or your household. It can come from a mentor. It can come from a neighbor. Shoot, if you need to read my book and take your inspiration from me, even though you don't know me, please do that. Take every little morsel of possibility you can and run with it, and don't let tell me you can. And know that the are rooting for you every run for office, but I will never stop working for you. So thank you all. Thank you, everyone. Into a new school in the middle of the year, and I was trying to convince my mother to come on board, and even me as First Lady.
Are rooting for you every step of the way. I may not run for office, but I will never stop working for you. So thank you all. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to give a very big thank you to one of the most admired First Ladies, Michelle Obama. A very big thank you to one of the most admired First Ladies, Michelle Obama.
Possible. Thank you for carrying the light to a brighter, more inclusive, empowering future for all in Atlanta, Canada. One thing's for certain.
And that was how the event went. It was nice. It was for a couple of hours, and Michelle Obama spoke for about 2 hours or thereabouts. It was just wonderful to listen to this woman talk. The brilliance, the confidence. She exuded so much, honestly. She's a wonderful personality. So I count myself privileged to be able to spend few hours with this woman in the same room, just listen to her talk live. You know, I learned a lot. It was just inspiring and motivating. Like I said, it was for about a couple of hours. She spoke for 2 hours or thereabouts, and this video is about less than 20 minutes. Meaning that I did not capture everything that happened on this day. At a point, I had to like stop recording because I wanted to be in the moment. I wanted to like take it all in. Some people will talk and you just listen with the all of you. That was what happened. At the point, I'm like, I cannot even continue recording. Like, I have to listen to it live, be in the moment, enjoy the moment. That's what I did. So many things she said that, it was just so wonderful, honestly. I could go on and on. It was a paid event, so I paid for this event actually. And some of my friends did get free ticket later, like they were free ticket later, but I bought my ticket like a couple of months before the event, like a month or two. And honestly, if I'm to pay again, I will pay again. At some places that you don't even mind paying to be in that room. This was an event like that. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed some of the things I heard. It was wonderful, like I said before.
Yeah, nice to meet you. Same here.
Guys, guess what? I met Michelle Obama today. Yes.
I don't trust you.
Actually, I did. Why don't you trust me? His wife, Michelle Obama, the former first lady of the U.S.
Where?
Oh my God.
Today.
Where today?
Like,
In downtown Scotia's Bank Center.
Oh, did she go all around Canada or just Nova Scotia?
Just for Halifax for a particular event.
Oh.
Want to see videos?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Come see your mama.
Does he have a son?
Yeah, they
Yeah, we have two daughters.
They have children.
Two daughters. One of the take homes for me from this event is that Black people are quite disadvantaged. We have a lot to do as Black people, like racism, colorism, favoritism is still very deeply rooted in this part of the world, the West. Like it was, I've known this before, but her sharing her experiences further reinforced it and reminded me that as Black people, as a Black woman, I need to, do more. Anyways, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Take care of yourself and be good. All the best. Bye.